Okay, so hi, so I just wanted to tell you about my makeup look for today. It is around 12 a.m. right now, so I turned off most of my lights. I did go out with one of my friends today to Wenten, Japan again. I did say last night that I went to get sushi, but I did go out again to there because they owed me a free entree because like I said, I did complain about them like a week or two ago, and they said they were going to give me a free entree on Yelp, so I did get that free entree today when I went there. So I got beef teriyaki, and she got like steak and chicken, and then we also got like edamame and salad and soup with our entree, and then we also got a free dessert because there were people there that knew her, that were sitting at the bar, and they bought us a dessert. So it was like so sweet, and we had fried tempura ice cream. It was so good. I took a picture of it. It was like, just like it was just like fried ice cream. You're probably not gonna be able to see it, but it was really good. I've never really had fried ice cream before, so it was definitely really good. So yeah, this is the makeup that I did. I wore my aqua shirt. I wanted to wear this more during the winter time, but I just really wanted to wear it today. So I wore it today finally. I've been trying to find this shirt for forever, and I wore it today, and I wore like a matching necklace with it. I love this necklace because it does match my shirt. So yeah, and then I went over her house afterwards and we watched Sausage Party with her boyfriends, and that movie is messed up, like really messed up. I watched Bridget Jones' Diary yesterday for the first time ever. I know I'm such a girl and I've never seen Bridget Jones' Diary, but I watched that yesterday and like after dinner, and I watched like 10 episodes of Modern Family. So I'm like halfway into the season already. I only have like 10 episodes left of the first season already. I know, I have like no life. And then I found like a bunch of movies that are like more classic movies that I'm gonna watch really soon on like another website. So I'm like super pumped. Um, but I went over her house afterwards because she said, yeah, of course you can come over afterwards. And I told her I have the whole night. She's like, really? And I'm like, yeah. So she was like, yeah, come over. So I came over afterwards and we watched it. It was just so weird. I feel like my blush and highlight kind of faded a little bit though, but I did put it back on again. I just feel like the foundation faded a little bit. I don't know. I feel like the Giorgio Armani formula changed just a little bit, and I feel like it doesn't last as long as it used to. I don't know. That would make me really upset. But anyway, I primed my face, and that movie was fucked. Sausage Party, that movie is crazy. So it was on Netflix, so I was like, let's just watch a dumb movie. So we watched that, and because I was in the mood to watch like something stupid, and I was like, they added Sausage Party, so I was like, let's just watch it. Because I knew we were either gonna watch like, an action movie or um, like a comedy. So I was like, let's just watch it. So anyway, I primed my face with the Urban Decay Prep Priming Quick Fix priming spray. And then I went in with the um, Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. Then I went in with the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation in the color 2 just because I really wanted to use it today, so I used that. I've been very into like lighter coverage now, and I only really do the Too Faced Born This Way with the Urban Decay when I know I have to wear makeup all day. If I'm only going to be wearing it for like a few hours, because I've only been wearing this since like 6, so it's only been like 6 hours. That I just wanted to wear this. And then I concealed with the Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer in the color L5 Neutral and the Matte Prep and Primer Radiant Rose. And then I set my face with the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Powder Foundation in the color 2. I do feel like the concealer kind of settled a little bit into my fine lines underneath my eyes tonight though. But usually it like doesn't do that anymore, but tonight it did settle a little bit. But it's really not as bad as like my Too Faced Born This Way or like the Tarte one. Like I really don't like the Tarte one, but I do think it made my eyes just look a little bit tired. But I'm going to look up like this and then it looks better that way. So anyway, then I primed my eyes with the Smashbox 24-hour primer and then went over that with the same Giorgio Armani powder. And then for my Eyes, I did go in with the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow, not Super Shock Shadow, pressed eyeshadow in the shade Firefly, and then I used just a couple of shades from the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette today. I used the shade Lazarus in my crease. Then I darkened up the crease more with one of the shades from the Kat Von D Metal Matte palette, and I used the shade Stone. And then for the outer corners, I went in with Stelios from this palette. And then for the lid, of course, I used a ColourPop shade, and I used the shade Liberty. It's like my go-to silver shade. I love it. I was like looking through my collection to see if I wanted to use anything else, and I was like, no, I'm just going to use this. Because I was looking for a little while, and I was like, yeah, this is definitely like the one I want to use. And then I went in with Liberatus on the brow bone. So I mostly used this quad right here. I was going to use the black, but I was like, I didn't want to make it too smoky, so I just used like those few shades. Then I lined my eyes with one of the Kat Von D little mini liquid liners that I got in like a Point Park. I finally tried it out today. It's not the tattoo liner, it's the Kat Von D ink liner in the shade Trooper, I believe. And I liked it, but I don't think it was black enough. Like, it did the job, but I still prefer the point of the tattoo liner more. And then I went in with the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara on the top. Then I concealed under my eyes with the Kat Von D Concealer and the MAC Prep and Prime. And then I set that with the Laura Mercier Sticker Brightening Powder. And then, of course, I lined my waterline with the Urban Decay Urban Decay Glide On Sign On 24-Hour Pencil in 0. And then I highlighted the inner corners with Kat Von D's Middle Cross Shadow in the shade Thunderstruck. But then I also just amped it up a little bit more with Makeup Geek's Filled Shadow in High Wire on the inner corners as well. Basically the same silver shades that I used for silver looks. Then I bronzed up the skin. Oh, not bronzed up the skin. I contoured the skin with the Too Faced Cocoa Contour Kit, and I used the shade Medium Cocoa. And then I believe I baked it with light cocoa. I'm pretty sure I remembered to do that. Yeah. And then for the cheeks, I went in with the NARS blush in the shade Lovejoy. And then I highlighted with the Anastasia Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit. And I used the shades Forever Lit and Forever Young. And I mixed those together. And then I went over everything with the Hourglass Adair Light Powder, and I started everything the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. I feel like I get thrown off because I feel like I have to talk really loud on camera so you guys can hear me. And I feel like I can't talk too loud because my mom is like sleeping in the other room, so yeah. Then I brushed through I filled in my brows with the, there's like a piece of hair here though that's bothering me. I filled in my brows with the Anastasia, brow definer in the shade Caramel, and then I set that with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. And then for my lips, I wanted something like a glossy mauve nude shade, like a cool tone nude shade, but I didn't know like what to use, and then I found the perfect nude and I was like, oh, I'm going to use this one. So because usually when I go out with my friends, I don't like wearing brown lips or red lips. I just like wearing like either mauve pinks, like a purple, like any type of pink color or nude color is good for me when I go out with some of my friends. I don't like doing like a really bold lip sometimes when I go out with my friends because, you know, usually we go back to their house afterwards. So I prime my lips with the NYX lip primer. Then I line them with the MAC lip pencil in the shade Subculture. And then I filled them in first with the Stila Stay All Day liquid lipstick in the shade Carmelo. I haven't used this one in quite a while, so I wanted to use it today, and it was just the perfect cool tone nude shade to go with this look. I really like how this looked, but I wanted a little bit of a gloss, so I went over it with the ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip in the shade Fairy Floss, and I really like how it turned out. I always forget how comfortable the ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lips are, and I haven't worn this one in a little while, so I really liked the combo together. It kind of lightened it up a little bit more with the gloss over it. So yeah, that is pretty much it. Goodbye! Okay, so hi, so just wanted to tell you about my makeup look for today. I wasn't planning on going out tonight, even though I did say that yesterday when I made my video like of my makeup yesterday, that I said I wasn't planning on going out today, but my friend Becca and Phil wanted me to go see Power Rangers again, so I went to go see it again. And I didn't even pay for it because my friend paid for it for me because she wanted to get the tickets before I got there. So I was like, okay. And so I went to see the movie again, and then I just got Chick-fil-A afterwards because I was hungry. And since I ate before the movie to save money, and then I was just going to pay for the movie ticket and then go home, since I didn't have to pay for the movie, I wanted to get something to eat. So I still got Chick-fil-A because I cannot stop myself from eating there when I go to that mall, because the mall that we go to, there's like two malls that we go to see a movie, either Broadway Mall or Roosevelt Field Mall. And Roosevelt Field has I have like lipstick stains all over my hands because this lipstick was driving me nuts, and I really need to, let me go wash my hands. Hold on. Okay, sorry. Yeah, that was really bothering me, so I had to wash it off, so that's a lot better. So I wore this Free People shirt. I just really wanted to wear it today because I really wanted to do like a mauve tone look. It's not as mauve as I wanted it to be. It's more like, I guess it's kind of mauve. It's like mauve purple, and I paired it with a scarf because I really like this scarf with it, and then this little like purse necklace. I think it's so cute. It's like a little purse locket, and then like the same sweater I was wearing yesterday and the same pants. I just changed the shirt, and I wore sneakers today. I got these new Puma sneakers, so I guess it looked cute. So yeah, I was planning on staying in and watching a movie here because I wanted to watch like a classic movie. I wanted to watch When Harry Met Sally. I haven't seen that. I have like a whole bunch of movies that is still on my list that I'm working through. I'm almost done with season 1 of Modern Family already, though. I only have 3 episodes left. Like, I've just been binge watching that and watching a movie here and there, and like fit it in when I'm not doing anything. So anyway, I prime my face with the Urban Decay Prep Prime Quick Fix Setting Prep Priming Spray. I can never say that, I swear to God. And then I went in with the Stila One Step Corrector, and then I went in with the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth. My like eye is bothering me. Why? Probably got eyeliner in it. I don't know why it's like hurting me. It's like really hurting me. Don't you love all the commercial breaks that I have making a damn makeup entry? Like, it takes me 10 gajillion years because there's like so many technical difficulties, like washing my hands, having something in my eye. You know, it's great, right? Okay. And the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth foundation in the color 110 Porcelain. I still love this foundation. It's so beautiful on the skin. So I just wanted to use it today. It's just a really nice medium coverage foundation. And then I went in with the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in the color NW15. But I feel like it kind of emphasizes my pores a little bit around my nose area. I'm like looking at that up close, and it just emphasizes them a little bit here. But it does not like settle into my fine lines underneath my eyes like the Kat Von D one does. That's why it's still my favorite next to my Urban Decay. So I wear it so much, and it has such great coverage. Like, it really covers under your eyes like really nicely. So it's still one of my favorites. And then I set my face with an oldie but a goodie powder. I wanted to use it today. I used the NARS Translucent Crystal Loose Setting Powder. And I got that like way back during like the first Vibe sale I ever shopped at. And then I primed my eyes with the Smashbox 24-hour primer, and then went over that with the same NARS crystal powder. And then for my eyes, I used the ColourPop Firefly as my transition shade. And then I went in with the one shade from the Colored Rain palette because I was debating on whether I wanted to use the Queen of Hearts palette today or the Kat Von D Metal Matte palette today. But there was one shade in the Colored Rain palette that I thought would be really pretty with this look, and it's like the one shade that I haven't used yet in the palette. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to use that. Oh my god, my friggin' Safari just crashed on me, I think. I'm trying to look at a comment from Sephora because me and this other guy were commenting about the Vibe sale because, you know, it seems to be the only place you can really find out some info is on their Facebook. and they still haven't announced the dates yet, so I wanted to see if they announced anything. And he commented on their Facebook asking, but okay, so he said that he visited a store today saying that it is happening this month, but they couldn't confirm a date or a percentage, but nobody really knows the date yet. So I'm pretty sure it's happening later in the month, which is honestly okay with me because it gives me more of a chance to save up some money for it because I have to pay more for my car this weekend, so I wouldn't even have money for it this week if I wanted to, but I would have money for it next week and the week after. So that's what I'm hoping to do is just shop the sale next week and the week after because Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty ends on the 8th, and the only other things I'm getting are the Stila One Step Corrector and maybe one Tarte blush and one Tarte highlighter. I'm not sure yet. But if I get the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Volume 2 palette on Tarte's website, then I don't need to get the individual one because I've said before I didn't like the Tarte Exposed highlighter. I returned that, but I love their Rainforest of the Sea Volume 1 palette, so I wanted to get the second one. So, and they're having their friends and family on Tarte.com, and it's 30% off, so it'd be a lot better discount than if I bought it at the Vibe sale because I'd be getting it for 30% off rather than 15% off. So, that's why I wanted to get the two things that I've been wanting from Tarte, like the Rainforest of the Sea concealer that I've been talking about like forever. I want to get it on their website because I'm going to get 30% off. So anyway, I went in with the shade Princess from the Color Rain palette. I really like how it looked. And then the rest of the look is mostly the Kat Von D Metal Matte palette. I used Silk in the crease, and then for the outer corners I used Ribbon. And then for the lid, I went in with ColourPop's So Quiche as a base. And then I went in with Volt from the Kat Von D palette over it. And I think it looked really pretty. It wasn't as purple as I wanted it to be, but I still think it looks pretty. And then for the brow bone, I went in with Bone from the palette as well. And then I lined my eyes with the Stila Stale Day eyeliner in the shade Black, but I did go over it again with the Kat Von D ink liner, eyeliner. Why is it like so hard for me to say that? I really feel like I need to pick up the Kat Von D tattoo liners again because they're still my favorites. But since I have the Stila one, I want to use it until I can't use it anymore. And it's not necessary for me to pick the Kat Von D one up yet until I use that one up. And I've been using that one since like January, so I have like another month out of it. So yeah, and then I went in with the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara on the top. I do love this mascara because it's like the only one that really gives you a lot of volume, but I need a lash primer because I'm so bad about like curling my lashes and stuff like that. But also, it is such a bitch to get off your lashes. Like, it flakes so hard when you take it off. It is such a struggle taking them off with those simple makeup wipes. I love those simple makeup wipes, but it is a little bit harder to get your makeup off with them. But they're just so gentle on the skin. They don't burn your eyes at all. They're so good. And I picked up two backups because Simple was buy one, get one 40% off when I got the Smashbox Primer Water. So I got two more packs of them. And then for concealer, obviously I used the MAC Pro Longwear and I used a little bit of the MAC Prep and Prime underneath my eyes, and then I set that with the Laura Mercier Stick Brightening Powder. And then I highlighted the inner corners with Glitz from the Metal Matte palette. I love that shade. And then I went in with the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Sign On Liner in the shade 0 on the lower waterline. And then I went in with the MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash on the bottom lashes. What was I going to say about the... I love this palette. I tried to not use it today, but I haven't used it in a while, so I figured I would use it today, and it had all the colors that I really wanted to use today, so I just used it all over my eyes. It's just such a good palette because it's a colorful palette, and it has all the neutrals that you can need. Like, I literally could just do my looks with just that palette sometimes because it's such a good palette because you have everything you need in it. Um, and then I contoured with the Too Faced Cocoa Contour Kit again with the shade Medium Cocoa, and then I lightened it up with Light Cocoa. And then I went in with two Makeup Geek blushes. I used the shades Love Letter and Cherish on my cheeks just because I wanted something a little bit mauve toned. And then I highlighted with the Makeup Geek highlighting palette from Kathleen Lights in the shade Starlight, I believe, and the shade Night, no, not Nightlight, I believe Moonlight from the Skin Twinkle Lighting Palette from Tarte. So I mixed those two together, and I really like how it turned out. And then I went over everything with the Hourglass Ethereal Light Powder, then I started with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. Then I filled in my brows with the Anastasia Brow Definer in Caramel, and then set them with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. And then for my lips, I primed them with the NYX Lip Primer, then I lined them with the MAC Lip Pencil in the shade, no, not MAC, the ColourPop Lippy Pencil in the shade Lumiere, I believe. And then I topped it off with two different lipsticks. I've been using the Stila lipsticks a lot the past 2 days. I used Carmelo yesterday and I used this one today. I used the Stila Stay All Day Liquid Lipstick in the shade Patina, and I put that on first, but it was a little bit too pink for me, so I wanted to make it a little bit more like lighter, like a dusty rose color, like purpley pink. So I went in with the ColourPop Ultra Satin Lip over it in the shade Little Stitches, and I really like how it turned out. I really like the color that it made. I was going to wear Stone, but I think that this shade was perfect, and this would have been fine on its own, but it's a little bit paler, and this one's a little bit more pink, so together they make like a really nice cool tone pinky purple shade, and it looked really pretty. So, and I really love the finish of the Ultra Satins because you can see it's like not matte, and it just makes it like so beautiful on the lips. So now it looks good on my lips. Before it was like a pain in the butt to maintain because it was like flaking a lot, but now it looks okay. But I'm going to take off my makeup now. I was going to film a video, but it's 11 o'clock at night, and yeah, it would be a pain in the ass. I was going to film possibly a rant video about YouTubers that annoy me or companies that annoy me, but I'm just going to save that for another day. I still have a few videos pre-recorded that I can post this week, so I don't really have to record this week. I could just record next week if I wanted to. So yeah, that's it. Bye! Okay, so hi, so I just wanted to tell you about my makeup look for today. I'm not sure, I guess it looks good. Yeah, so today I just hung out with my boyfriend, and he actually just came over and talked to my mom for a little while, and I was like starving as he was talking to her. They were talking for a good like 40 minutes because he got here at like 5:45, and they hadn't seen each other in a little while, so they were talking for a while because, you know, the whole stuff with my mom that happened, so we weren't really hanging out here for a while. So we did hang out here today, but we did go out to eat with my mom, and we went to Shake Shack. They just opened near us, so we went there to eat, and then we just came back here and watched a movie, and we watched Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I've only seen it once in the theaters, and he hasn't seen it, so I whipped it out and saw that my mom had bought it, so I was like, yeah, why don't we just pop it in and watch it? Like, originally he was going to he wanted to watch Netflix, but he can watch these shows on his own. Like, I've seen all these shows that he's supposed to watch. The only thing that I want to watch on Netflix with him is Daredevil, because we've been getting through that slowly, but we're only halfway into the first season, and I figured we could just watch a movie, so I wasn't sure if he wanted to watch it or not, but then he decided that he wanted to, so I was like, yeah, let's just watch it. So anyway, I primed my face with the Urban Decay Prep Priming Quick Fix Spray, and then I went in with the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. I do notice that this does make my skin much more dewy if I wear a more lighter coverage foundation. I haven't worn it in a little while, but I just wanted something like super lightweight today. Sometimes I really don't feel like putting face makeup on. Like, eyeshadow and lipstick aren't as much of a pain as me putting on face makeup, because sometimes there's like some days where I just don't want to put on face makeup at all. And probably tomorrow is going to be the only day where I'm not really going to be doing much. Besides, like on Sundays, I had like a lazy Sunday, and then the past 3 days I've been going out. But tomorrow I'm probably just gonna be going to the gym. So yeah, then I went in with the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea foundation in the color I think Fair Ivory or Fair Light or something like that. I feel like I'm running out of it. When I was squeezing it out today, it was not really coming out that much. I think I've had it for like a year and a half already because I did get it during the Vibe sale. Was it April of last year or was it winter? Actually, I've had it almost a year. I got it during the April sale last year. So, yeah, I still love it. I every time I wear it, I love it. It's just such a beautiful natural foundation. Like some Tarte products I really do like, but I just don't like the Shape Tape concealer. The Shape Tape concealer, yeah, but I love this foundation. So, and then I concealed with the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the color Fair, and then I set everything with the MAC Merlot Skin Finish Natural in the shade Medium. You know what's crazy is that this foundation, it's a water-based foundation, but it was so much better than that Makeup Forever Water Blend foundation. Like, no matter what I did with that Water Blend foundation, it just did not work for me. It was horrible, and I'm a type of person that doesn't love full coverage, but I'm telling you guys, it gave like no coverage. I did a whole first impressions on that video on that foundation because I really wanted to say my thoughts on it, and I just thought it was horrible. Like, I really don't do too many first impressions foundation videos because I kind of forget to do them. But I did one on that one, and I did one on the Nude Air foundation, I believe. And that one was just a sample, and that one was better than the Water Blend, but I automatically returned that foundation. That was literally the worst foundation I've ever tried. Like, even the Clinique and the Josie Maran and the Laura Mercier. The Laura Mercier used to be my obsession, and I don't know what happened with that one, but this one has always been a staple for me, and it always looks good every time I use it. I always know it's going to look good, so this and the Makeup Forever Ultra HD is definitely the lightest coverage foundations that I have that still look so beautiful every time you use them, especially this one. So anyway, let me stop raving about it. So then I primed my eyes with the Smashbox 24-hour primer and then went over that with the same MAC powder. And then I went in with mostly the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette and then just like a couple of ColourPop shadows. So of course I used Firefly in the crease. Then I darkened it up more with Say I Do from ColourPop, which has been my new go-to when I do pinky looks. Then I used one Fresco from the Anastasia palette, and then I used Love Letter on the outer corners. And then for the lid, I used ColourPop's Super Shock Shadow in the shade Eye Candy as a base. And then I went over it with ColourPop's Liar Liar, and I really like how it turned out, and that's one of the pressed shadows. And then I went in with Tempera from the Anastasia palette. And then I lined my eyes with the CLSA All Day eyeliner in the shade Black. And then I concealed under my eyes with the Maybelline concealer. And then I set and the MAC Prep and Prime. I did use the MAC Prep and Prime on my T-zone as well. And then I set that with the Laura Mercier Stick Brightening Powder. I don't know why my feet are hurting right now. And then for the waterline, I did use the ColourPop gel liner in the shade Boots. I kind of wanted to have a little bit more pink. I think I really like how the look turned out today. Too bad that I just went out to eat, but sometimes that's all we do. And then I highlighted my inner corners with Vermeer from the Anastasia palette. And then I went in with the Magazine Play Giga Black Lash on the bottom lashes. Then I contoured with the Too Faced Cocoa Contour Kit with the shade Medium Cocoa. It's funny that I've been more into contouring now than sometimes during the winter time. Like, in the wintertime, I was pretty hardcore into contouring rather than bronzing, but then I switched to just bronzing for like a month or two. I mean, I did contour, once in a while, but now I've just been using this contour kit like a few times, and I always I love it every time I use it. It's just so beautiful. And then I used light cocoa underneath that. This is when Too Faced was a good company. Like, I will still use the staple products that I have in my collection that are good. And then I went in with the NARS Stephen Klein palette, and I used the two pink blushes from that palette. I used the shades Robotic and Blasphemy, and I mixed those together. I feel like those two, they are much harder to get the pigment out of. Like, it's weird. Maybe they might be a little bit dried out because I really don't use those ones as much as Luster, because Luster is like my go-to shade in there. these ones I feel like you really have to build them up, and they look like they just emphasize your pores a little bit. I don't know, but it did give the effect that I wanted it to, so whatever. And then I highlighted with the Anastasia Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit again. And I use these shades Kitty Cat and Forever Young, and I just mix those together. I just feel like my other pinky highlights I use so much, like the Bobbi Brown Pink Glow, the Anastasia Gleam Kit, the Makeup Geek Starlight one, so I was like, you know what, I just want to use the Anastasia Glow Kit again. And then I went over everything with the Hourglass Ethereal Light Powder, then I started thinking the Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray, and it was fitting since I was wearing the Anastasia eyeshadow palette. I was kind of inspired to use this palette because I kept on seeing like one of my friends on my Instagram use this palette, and I was like, I gotta get back into using it again. I just feel like for spring and summer, I'm gonna be using the palettes that I wasn't really using as much in the fall and winter, like the Sweet Peach palette and stuff like that, and like maybe my chocolate bar palettes more. And then I went in with the Anastasia Brow Definer in Caramel, and then set that with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. Then I primed my lips with the NYX Lip Primer. Then I lined them with the ColourPop Lippy Pencil in the shade Contempo. And then I filled them in with the Makeup Monsters Liquid Lipstick in the shade Sedona. Every time I wear this lipstick, I always forget how beautiful it is. It just was the perfect color today, and I'm really glad that I wore it today. I haven't worn it in quite a while, and I was really happy I wore it today. I pretty much have rotated most of my pink lipsticks in my collection, so I have just been very into like dusty pink / like pinky looks lately. I do get into those when I start getting into the spring months, and I was wearing this lace sleeved shirt before, but then I changed into just this Free People top that's just a lot more casual, and it has just a little design here. It's really, really cute, and it has a hood. It's like a t-shirt hoodie. It's really cute. And then I just went over it with a cardigan. And yeah, because I didn't think it was that necessary for me to wear that shirt when I knew we were probably just going to go out to eat and then come back here. So yeah, that's it. Bye. Okay, so hi, so I just wanted to tell you about my no makeup look for today. I was going to go to the gym today, but then it was such a crappy day out today that I am so happy to be home because it's so gross out. And I was planning on staying in today anyway because, like I said, I did go out the past like 3 days. Oh, this is such cute packaging. I just picked up a backup of the Stila One Step Corrector, and they changed the packaging on it. Look how cute the packaging is now. This was part of Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty, so it was only $20 rather than $36, so I definitely saved on that. This is the primer that I've went through the most. Out of all the primers in my collection, I've went through almost 2 bottles of this. This is my 3rd one, and I always pick it up during 21 Days of Beauty, and it's funny that I went through it by the last sale. I think I got it in September last year, and now it's April, and I'm already like almost done with it. So it lasts me like 6 or 7 months, and then I always usually pick it up because they're always running it on promo for 21 Days of Beauty. So yeah, so anyway, I did go to Ulta and Sephora today just to check out the highlights at Sephora. I just picked up the Stila One Step Corrector from Ulta, and that's it. I think I am going to order 2 things off of Tarte's website for their friends and family sale for 30% off. I'm thinking about it still. I'm still like super nervous to spend any more money right now. But it's like I never get to buy makeup anymore. I'm always worrying about paying for something else for somebody else, and it's like really annoying. Like their sale's really good right now, and I don't think I have to worry about the Vibe sale for another week or something. People are saying it's going to be on the 18th. So anyway, yeah, so it's a pretty crappy day out. Like I said, I was going to go to the gym, but then I just didn't, and I went out the past 3 days. Me and my boyfriend just ended up staying in last night with my mom, and like I said, we just watched a movie. So today I just went to Ulta and Sephora. I went to Sephora to swatch some of the highlighting palettes that I'm still debating about, or like single highlights that I'm debating about for the Vibe sale, and all of them are so pretty, but I think I narrowed it down to just the NARS one. I think the NARS one still has the best formula out of the ones that I swatched, so I think that's the one I'm going to get. So anyway, I concealed with the NYX HD Concealer today in the color Fair. I just wanted to use it again. I really like how it looked the last time I used it, so I wanted to use it today. And then I just set my face with the MAC Merlot Skin Finish Natural in the shade Medium, and then I just set my eyes and under eyes with the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. Then I just popped on the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara on the top and bottom lashes, and then I just lined the waterline with the ColourPop Gel Liner in the shade Honeydew. And then I highlighted the inner, oh, I did highlight the inner corners, but I'll say that afterwards. Then I just bronzed up the skin with the Marc Jacobs Instamark Dreamer Filter, and then I just went in with the Galactic blush, Star Blush in the shade Naples on the cheeks. It's so pretty. And then I highlighted with the Stila All Over Shimmer Duo in the shade Kitten. And then I went over everything with the Hourglass Ethereal Light Powder. Then I set my face with the Smashbox Primer Water because I already picked up a backup of that during the promo a couple of days ago. So I got the Smashbox Primer Water because it was half price a couple of days ago at Ulta. And I literally just went through another bottle of it. I believe this is my fourth one. This is my fourth purchase of this. That is insane, but I love this product. It's such a good product. It's just so hydrating. And then I just brushed through my brows with a spoolie and then set them with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. And then for my lips, I primed them with the NYX Lip Primer. Then I lined them with the MAC Lip Pencil in the shade Subculture all over my lips because I know that this lipstick that I wore is very glossy and it kind of, you see that? How it like kind of transfers a little bit, but whatever, I'm taking it off anyway. And then I filled them in with a lipstick that I have not used in a while, but I really wanted to use it today. I used the YSL Rouge Volupte lipstick in the shade Nude Beige. And every time I wear it, it's very hydrating on the lips. I really do like the feeling. Sorry, I'm just texting back my friend because she just texted me back. I texted her like earlier today, and I was thinking about going to the gym, and I was thinking about taking her with me. Oh, and then I also highlighted the inner corners with the Stila highlighter, but I texted her saying I was craving ice cream right now, but at the same time, I don't really want to go out again because it's really gross out, and I'm kind of hungry, so I think I'm just going to have some chips, and we're probably going to eat dinner soon anyway, so yeah, just going to stay in today, watch some Modern Family. I did watch only one episode earlier today. I got up so late today. I didn't get up till like 1 p.m. It was bad. So I had a pretty late start to my day. But that is it. And then I think I'm probably going to watch a movie later. I'm hoping just to watch a classic movie later. I'm hoping my mom doesn't want to watch some new movie because I basically rewatched most of the movies that I've seen in theaters at least twice now. So I want to watch a classic movie tonight. So yeah, that's it. Bye. Oh, and also, I'm almost halfway through Modern Family Season 2 already. I finished Season 1 like 2 days ago, and now I'm almost halfway through Season 2. So, I'm kind of just blasting through it. I mean, it's not too long, so hopefully I'll get through it in like a month or something. So that's it. Bye! Okay, so hi. So just wanted to tell you about my makeup look for today. I did go out with my boyfriend today. I just wore something pretty simple. I just wore my Dragonfly shirt from Free People. I had the worst luck today, though, with my clothing. I squirted concealer onto my shirt. It looks like it pretty much got scrubbed out, though, because I scrubbed it out with soap and water. But literally, here was full of concealer, of the concealer that I was using, because it squirted all over the place onto my shirt and on the counter while I was getting ready, so that happened. And then my boyfriend got me a soda when we went out to eat, and when I was drinking it, it kept on falling onto my pants because the soda was overflowing. So you know how the tops, they like kind of come out the top a little bit from where the straw goes in, and it kind of overflows and sits on top of the cup? I got that all over my pants. And then I got it on my pants again, and then I got on them a third time, and I was like, are you serious? I was like, at least it's just soda. I was like, that'll just absorb and dry, and it is dry now, but I'm definitely throwing these pants into the wash. But I was so mad. I'm like, how many times am I gonna spill stuff on myself today? So yeah, we just went to Taco Joe's to get some tacos, and then we went to the mall for an hour just to look around, and then we went to Target so he could get some food. So that's all we really did. So I primed my face with the Urban Decay. That was such a brain fart. The Urban Decay Prep Priming Makeup Quick Fix Spray. And then I went in with the Stila One Step Corrector. Then I went in with a foundation that I haven't used in a little while. I used the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation in the color Y225. I feel like my blush, my highlight, and my bronzer kind of fades really quickly now on my skin. I don't know. That might just be me. I just feel like my face makeup does not hold up as well anymore. I don't know. Usually I wouldn't have a problem with it, but now if I don't wear like my favorite foundations or like long wearing foundations, I feel like it doesn't last as long on my skin anymore. If you guys have like a recommendation for like a better primer, please let me know. And then I concealed with the matching concealer, which is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD concealer in the color Y23. But I think it's pretty much done with because I could barely get anything out. I mean, I could get enough out of the tube to do my face makeup today. But I feel like because it's old that if I tried to go over it again, it would kind of smear like that section and then it would look really weird. I mean, altogether it got pulled together because I just powdered it again. So then the section looked okay, and it didn't like settle into my fine lines at all. It just creased a little bit. So it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't great, and I just feel like it's time to go. So I just don't know how I'm like about my blush right now. I don't know. I just feel like it always looks blotchy in this area, but whatever. I don't think I'm going to be filming a video because I really can't stand how my face makeup looks. So yeah. Yeah, so I'm probably going to be getting rid of that concealer because I think it's done after this. And then I just set my face with the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Powder Foundation in the color 2. Then I primed my eyes with the MAC Prep and Prime 24-hour base, and then went over that with the same MAC powder. And then I went in with mostly Makeup Geek shadows today and a couple of ColourPop ones, but honestly I still feel like I like the ColourPop ones more. Like after going back to a couple of Makeup Geek ones, it's like I think I still like the ColourPop ones more. Isn't that crazy? I just love them. I'm so obsessed with them. So I did use Firefly from ColourPop first, and then I went in with Creme Brulee from Makeup Geek. Then I darkened up the crease more with Latte from Makeup Geek, and then I used Mocha from Makeup Geek on the outer corners. All these are Makeup Geek, you know this. And then for the lid, it did look a little bit more pigmented when I first used it, but I did use 2 dual chrome shades today from Makeup Geek. I used Ritzy on the inner part, and then I used Havoc on the middle part because I wasn't sure on what shade I wanted to use, and it looked pretty cool when I first used it. It still looks pretty cool, actually. I like how it looks not on camera. You can kind of see it a little bit better in person. It's a lot more dual chrome in person than it is on camera. I can see it like pretty nicely off camera, so I do like how it looks, but sometimes my makeup does not look as good on camera sometimes. And then for the brow bone highlight, I went in with ColourPop's Locked and Loaded, and that was it for the eyes. And then I lined with the Stila Sail Day eyeliner in the shade Black, and then I concealed under my eyes with the Makeup Forever concealer, and then I set that with the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. And then I lined the waterline with the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Side On Liner in the shade Whiskey, and then I highlighted the inner corners with Voltage from Makeup Geek, and then I went in with the MAC Extended Play Geek Black Lash on the bottom lashes. Then I bronzed up the skin with the Marc Jacobs Instamark Dreamer Filter. Like, do you see it's like kind of like just like not enough foundation here? I don't know. It's just weird. And then I just brightened it up a little bit with the other powder in the, what is that? In the, Duo. And then for the blush, I went in with the Urban Decay 8-hour blush in the shade Indecent, and then I highlighted with the Becca Shimmy Skin Perfector Pressed in Opal. And I am so happy because it is the first product and the second highlighter that I have ever hit pan on. And I know that I'm working on like a couple of things to hit pan on this year again. It's the first thing that I hit pan on this year. First thing. I can't believe it's like only been that. But, you know, as I've said before, I haven't really been wearing that much makeup sometimes. But I have worn makeup a lot this week, surprisingly, and last week. So I have been wearing makeup quite a bit the past 2 weeks. I'm probably not going to wear any makeup tomorrow, though, if I just go over his house. And then I went over everything with the Hourglass Ethereal Light Powder, and then I started everything the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. It's the only other highlighter because I did goal myself to use up this one. It does look a little bit like it's not popping like this side. Like, why? Maybe because the light is more on this side and that's why you can see it better, but that just annoys me. But I did goal myself to use up that highlighter as well, and I'm very excited that I hit pan on it. So, yay! And I just hit pan on it today. Like, I was looking at it. Excuse me, I'm like still burping from dinner. I was looking at the pan and I'm like, I feel like I'm going to hit pan on it really soon. And then I literally hit pan today. I was like, oh my god. So it just makes me excited. And then for my lips, I primed them with the NYX lip primer. Then I lined them with the MAC lip pencil in the shade Subculture. And then I was going to use like a cooler tone lip. But then I just thought this one looked so pretty. So I went in with the Dose of Colors liquid lipstick in the shade Truffle. But I think this might be dried out. Like, I just literally had to get rid of Lime Crime's Buffy, which is one of my favorite lipsticks too, but it's starting to smell bad. So I don't think I can use it anymore. And I think the last time I used it, which was a little while ago, like a few months back, it didn't smell good at all. So when I used it again, mixed with another lipstick, it didn't smell good. So I'm like, yeah, I don't think I can use this anymore. So I have to get rid of it, unfortunately, but when I was using this one, like, it still applied good and it still looks good on my lips right now, but I feel like it's super dried out. Like, it wasn't really applying that much. It was super watery, so I'm going to be really mad if this is, like, done with, too, because then I would have to just reorder it again. So I guess I'm just ready for some new lipsticks because I did, like I said, I did place an order on Tarte yesterday, and I did order one of the Color Splash lipsticks. So I'm really excited to try those out, and then I'm just like waiting for the Vibe sales still. So yeah, that is pretty much it. I was thinking about recording a video tonight, but I just haven't really been feeling like recording videos lately. I still have pre-recorded stuff that I can just post for you guys. I have a room tour coming. I have a Sephora VIB recommendations that I'm going to post tonight. And I also have 2 clothing collections filmed that I'm going to post like next week, and my morning and nighttime skincare routine. So I still have content to post, but I'm just not sure what to film right now. I was going to film a YouTubers That Annoy Me video, but I keep on like getting home late at night, like at 11 o'clock, and that's when like I am too tired to film usually. So I'll probably film something like on Monday or Tuesday. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Bye! Okay, so hi, so just wanted to tell you about my makeup look for today. I did just get back from my boyfriend's house, and we ordered Greek food and watched The Big Lebowski. I've never seen it before, so I really wanted to watch it tonight. I did want to show him another movie that he hasn't seen yet, but then we just decided to watch a comedy, so we watched that movie. It was really good. I thought it was really funny, and yeah, so that was basically it. So I did throw on some makeup today. I wasn't planning on wearing makeup today, but then I just decided to wear a little bit because, again, I never know, like, what we're doing. I never know if we're, like, going to be staying at his house or we're going to be going somewhere. So sometimes I just throw on makeup just in case. So, yeah, so I didn't prime my face because I just wore concealer today. Because since we were just going to be at his house, I didn't really feel like wearing foundation or anything like that. So I just went in with the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the color Fair. And then I just set my face with the Giorgio Armani Illuminated Silk Powder Foundation in the color 2. And then I just concealed under my eyes with the same concealer. And then I set that with the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. And then for my eyes, I primed them with the Smashbox 24-hour primer. And then went over that with the same Giorgio Armani powder. And then I used the ColourPop's Firefly as my transition shade. And then I went in with a couple of Makeup Forever shadows today. This one is a little bit smashed, which kind of sucks, but it is still usable, so I still use it. So I did use this color in my crease. I forgot what this color is called, but I used that in my crease. And then I darkened out the crease more with a ColourPop shadow, and I believe it's called, I really can't remember the name of it for some reason. One's called Note to Self, one's called Bel Air, and for some reason I can't remember the name of the other one. So I'm just going to look at my haul really quick because I did list all of them in the description box. Maybe it was Wake Up Call. I think that is the one that I used, yeah. So I did use that shade in my crease, and then the rest is all Makeup Forever. So then I did throw this color on the outer corners, and then for the lid shade, I went in with one of the shades from the Artist palette, and I used this gold shade right here on my lid. I really like this shade, so I like using it when I use this palette. And then I mostly used, I only really used like 3 shades from this palette because I just wanted something really light today. And then I highlighted the brow bone with this color right here because I really wanted to use these 3 shadows today. So, and then I just highlighted the inner corners with one of these shades. I did use both of these shades and I mixed them together. I'm pretty sure this is the same shade as this shade that's here. I'm pretty sure that they're the same shade, but whatever, I used it from this palette just to use another shade, and I just popped those on the inner corners, and that's basically it from that palette. And then I just went in with the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara on the top and bottom. I was like, mascara. And then I just lined the waterline with the ColourPop Gel Liner in the shade Honeydew. And then for my face, I bronzed up the skin with the Marc Jacobs Instamark Dreamer filter, and then I just went in with a little bit of it underneath just to clean it up a little bit, but again, I feel like my blush kind of faded, but that's okay. And then I went in with the Balms Beach from the Balm Cosmetics blush, and then I highlighted with the Becca Shimmer Skin Perfector Pressed in Moonstone, and then I highlighted just a little bit more with the shade Opal from Becca as well. And then I just went over everything with the Hourglass Ethereal Light Powder, then I started with the Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray. Then I just brushed through my brows with a spoolie and then set them with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. And then for my lips, I was going to use one of the older Too Faced Color Drenched lipsticks, but I think that they're old and they don't smell good anymore, so I might have to get rid of them. I already cleared them out of my bathroom because when I was putting them on, it just, the last time that I had smelled them, which was like last month, they smelled completely fine, but now it smells like they're going bad, so I'm going to see how they smell like tonight after I take my makeup off and stuff, because they did not smell good, so I couldn't use them. So I just prime my lips with the NYX Lip Primer. Then I lined them with the MAC Lip Pencil in the shade Subculture, and then I just filled them in with the Too Faced Color Drenched Matte Lipstick in the shade When in Doubt, because I did want to use one of the Too Faced lipsticks, so I just used that. I wanted to use Melted Chocolate Honey, but that was just too dark for what I was, you know, going for. I just wanted a nude today, so I just went in with this one, and I really like how it turned out. I really do like these lipsticks a lot, so, like I said, Too Faced does make good lipsticks. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm pretty tired, so I'm going to go and watch some more Modern Family. So, bye!